all the BJP-ruled chief ministers and deputy chief ministers have been called to New Delhi in the coming week as per sources, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Shah will chair the crucial 2024 strategy meet.
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked firing by the Pakistani Rangers in the Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Reportedly, around 9 in the morning, Pakistani Rangers deployed in the Kannauj area of Pakistan opened fire on the BSF working party in the Arnia sector of Jammu. Soon after the incident, it was communicated to the top brass of the BSF. Sources said that there is no loss reported to the BSF troops in the Pakistani provocation. This is the first major provocation by the Pakistani Rangers post the ceasefire agreement between the Indian and the Pakistani side in February 2020.
This clearly shows that Pakistan is on the no mood to maintain peace along the international border as well as along the line of control, because multiple attempts of pushing terrorists into the Indian territory along the line of control followed by this kind of a provocation by the Pakistani side, in which they tried to fire upon the border security force. Now the senior officers, including the DIG rank officers, they too have gone in the forward area to monitor the situation on ground, because this is a very major provocation by the Pakistani side which they have done in the Arnia sector of the international border.
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A mega meeting has been called by Amit Shah at 4:30 p.m. BJP President JP Nadda and all senior cabinet ministers will be a part of the important meeting to strategize against the opposition. The meeting is crucial in context of Nitish Kumar meeting the opposition leaders.
12 hours and counting, the massive ED raids over Liquorgate continues at over 35 locations. ED heat intensifies. Beneficiaries of Delhi government's liquor policy under lens. Republic only channel to have accessed the list of individuals being raided by the Enforcement Directorate. BJP gears up for 2024. Home Minister Amit Shah chairs key meeting in Delhi with the party president JP Nadda and top brass in attendance. Nitish Kumar on the mission to unite opposition ahead of 2024 meets Kejriwal and other opposition leaders. Another terror-linked madrasa raised in Assam. Is it now time for a national crackdown on illegal institutions?
Burning Question, powered by Amrita Hospital, Faridabad.
Hello and welcome. You're watching The Burning Question with me, Shavan Sen. Ladies and gentlemen, the liquor excise policy of Delhi government and the massive scam is the #1 talking point at the moment. In a massive crackdown this morning, the Enforcement Directorate began raids at over 35 locations starting from 7 o'clock this morning. And mind you, the raids aren't over as yet. After accused number 1, Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia being already raided by the Central Bureau of Investigation, the other accused in the FIR, including the liquor dealers, are now facing the heat. But Chief Minister of Delhi is yet to take any action on his deputy. Several allegations, evidence and massive protests are falling on deaf ears. Will Arvind Kejriwal really speak up and act on Manish Sisodia? Given the fact that today the Enforcement Directorate is essentially looking at those very people who have allegedly benefited from this particular excise policy, the allegation being that this was drafted in connivance with the liquor mafia. Take a look at this report and then we debate.
Serious allegations, alleged evidence and massive protests. With more than 12 hours and 35 plus locations across 5 locations, mega ED raids are on. As Republic reported right from the doorsteps where raids happened,
That this is 3801 of that number, wherein Vijay Nair, one of the main accused in the excise policy case, resides here, and in fact he resides here, and enforcement directorate officials are carrying out searches at several locations across the country.
And as more and more skeletons tumble out in the biggest scam of the moment, from accused number 1 Manish Sisodia to the individuals who were direct or indirect beneficiaries of the contentious excise policy are on the radar of the enforcement agency. Republic has a complete list of people being raided. As per ED sources, Dinesh Arora, Amit Arora, Vijay Nair, Raju Chadda, Prabjot and Karamjeet Singh Lamba are the individuals being raided in today's ED raids. The rising ED heat has thrown the Aam Aadmi Party into back foot, but the accused number 1 keeps denying it.
पहले इन्होंने सीबीआई के छापे मारे, उसमें कुछ नहीं निकला. अब ईडी के छापे मार लेंगे, उसमें भी कुछ नहीं निकलेगा. पूरी कोशिश ये है कि बस किसी तरह से जो देश में शिक्षा का माहौल बना, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी काम कर रहे हैं, उसको रोक दिया जाए.
But it is not stopping the questions being raised on the top AAP leader and Kejriwal's deputy. The BJP has upped the ante and taken to streets.
कट्टर बेईमान पार्टी, कट्टर बेईमान मुख्यमंत्री, कट्टर बेईमान उप मुख्यमंत्री को तुरंत बर्खास्त किया जाए. ये हमारी मांग है.
सिसोदिया बर्खास्त करो, बर्खास्त करो, बर्खास्त करो. मनीष सिसोदिया बर्खास्त करो.
Massive allegations, direct questions, and now raids across mega cities. How long will Kejriwal government brazen it out? Will Delhi Chief Minister take action and sack his deputy? Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Joining us on the burning question tonight are Karan Verma, Deshratan Nigam, Dr. Piyush Joshi leading towards the Aam Aadmi Party, Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst joining us from Bangalore, and Dr. Sumansi Raman, political analyst joining us from Chennai. Starting the debate is Dr. Piyush Joshi and Karan Verma. Let's have both of them on the screens tonight. Dr. Piyush Joshi, it's a lovely situation. A man who is accused number 1, that's the Deputy Chief Minister of Delhi, Manish Sisodia, right from day 1 when the searches were being carried out, went on saying one line, that is, CBI has found nothing. There is no evidence against me. And now, even more bizarre is that there were no searches carried out at the Deputy Chief Minister's residence. But Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia believes that he should actually make a statement that CBI has found nothing, Enforcement Directorate will find nothing. Now, the fact of the matter is that the searches were being carried out at liquor companies connected to those who were benefiting from this excise policy. What kind of a statement is this?
Look, it's very clear. Where does this kind of confidence comes from? We see two kinds of politicians who usually say that we will come out unscathed and later on we have done nothing wrong and everything. When Manish Sisodia is saying that the CBI has found nothing because he has this conviction, he has this belief that he is a hardcore honest person, and that definitely no matter what I know if I have taken any bribe or not. My conscience knows, and if I know, if my heart knows that I have not taken a penny. Look, I'm just, I won't take I won't take long. So, and similarly, look, these Mr. Aroras and all that, and the liquor barons whose offices and premises have been raided. Let's come to that. Money transaction happens between one Mr. X and one Mr. Y, and accused number 1 is Manish Sisodia. A similar thing was in the case of Satyendra Jain, that there is an alleged hawala. Sorry?
You're admitting that there has been a money transaction.
Anybody can allege anything, but fortunately, we live in a system where the investigating agencies have to investigate and they have to present all their case in front of a judge. And the judge will adjudicate on the matter. Now, and that is the nature of the Indian Constitution.
Can I ask you something, Dr. Joshi?
Yes, please, of course.
On that point, can I ask you this question? You're talking about the investigative agency.
Can I answer him, Shravan, with your permission?
Now, can I just, Karan, hold on.
Sure.
Now, there are two things that, Dr. Joshi, you need to know. One, whenever we are reporting on this story, the Aam Aadmi Party has always been saying that why are you coming to some sort of a conclusion? Fair enough, it's a good point. Why are you coming to any conclusion? Let the investigation happen. But that same rule should also apply on Manish Sisodia. Let the investigation end. He's giving himself a clean sheet. But what's even more interesting is that now, coming to your point, the investigative agency concerned, CBI, from the time they filed an FIR, last evening was the first time, and it's unprecedented. I cover the central agency, so I know this, Dr. Joshi. It's unprecedented that the central agency felt the need to put out a statement while the investigation is underway. And Dr. Joshi, this is what the CBI said. One, that the statements made by the accused, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, is false, mischievous, misleading. Second point, with regards to whether at all a clean sheet was given, CBI says, and I quote, no clean sheet has been given to any of the accused,
Yes.
Dr. Joshi. So who exactly is jumping the guns?
Fair enough. Look, that's what I said. How do you come to this conclusion? Because you know very well that they are going to find nothing, and they have found nothing, because the raid was, when the CBI raided his...
Can I answer now, Shravan?
It lasted for 14 hours.
How do we know
so
that?
I know what they found. It is very clear cut.
Shravan.
Look, ultimately it is all about the ED and CBI being selective on the opposition leaders. When the education model is being accepted by Tamil Nadu, when all the opposition leaders are meeting Mr. Kejriwal for the opposition unity, the country is looking towards the future in Aam Aadmi Party. They are looking for an anti-corruption crusader. They are looking for an anti-corruption party which is totally focused
Can I
on
answer?
removing
Shravan.
corruption.
Karan wants to respond,
And
Dr. Joshi.
that's when you attack, and that's
Karan
when you try
wants
to
to
create a
respond.
narrative that it is
You know,
a
Shravan.
corrupt party.
It's
It is not a
confidence.
corrupt party.
It's
Now-
uber
now can I
confidence.
speak?
So as Dr. Joshi, it's uber confidence that Manish Sisodia has. Fair enough, he is entitled to have his own confidence, but the fact of the matter is that
You know,
answer
Shravan.
the questions. If you're so very
Shravan, if
confident
he
that there is nothing wrong, then answer the questions. I'll come to specific questions in the course of the debate, Dr. Joshi. I think so.
Shravan.
You must have come prepared. I have also come very prepared with specific questions, because for someone who's been covering the central agencies for several years put together, in a case like this, there are specific questions. Allegations have been leveled. There are specific questions which we would like to put across. But so far, not a specific
Absolutely.
answer that has come in. Karan wants to respond. Karan,
Yeah.
uber confidence
You know,
that
Shravan,
Deputy Chief
you know,
Minister
I'll
Manish
give you a
Sisodia has,
solution.
he's entitled to
I'll
do
give
so.
you a
But the fact of the matter is, why don't you answer some specific questions? And we'll get into it.
Absolutely.
We'll get in the course of the debate. We'll get into
Let
it.
me
Let's
speak.
get
Karan
into it and
Verma
we'll discuss
first
them.
on the statement that has been made by
Yeah.
the Deputy Chief Minister.
You know-
CBI found nothing. ED will find nothing. How do we really know?
Shravan, I'll make it very easy. If you have that sort of uber confidence, as you just said, and as the gentleman just said, why don't you approach the courts and get the FIR squashed? So simple. Your conscience is clear. You go to the courts, get the FIR squashed. You go and do a press conference and answer pointed questions. Why did you disobey every single recommendation of the Ravi Dhawan committee? They said no manufacturers as retailers. You gave a license to manufacturers. They said the government should be in the business of wholesale, just like the Karnataka model. You subletted to private players. I mean, you had made a resolution to disobey every single recommendation. You returned 30 crores EMD amount, which should have been forfeited and added to the state exchequer. So anyone who has little knowledge of public policy
Okay,
and dealing
Karan.
with government knows there is blatant violation. And instead of answering or instead of going to the courts to get it squashed, you are talking about
In fact,
education
Karan-
model. You are talking about Gujarat. You are talking about vendetta. So that is a very convenient thing to do, Shravan. If you are squeaky clean, come and
Okay,
answer these questions.
I
My
have-
good friend
I have-
also
I have-
didn't answer any question. Didn't answer a single question on the merits. Can he answer why manufacturers were given retail licenses? Can he answer
Let's
why
now- okay,
the wholesale
let me just
business
quickly-
was given to private
Karan,
players?
let's now
Can
get
he
into
answer this?
specifics. Let's get into
Yeah.
specifics. Karan, we've had the opening remarks from both sides. We have had the opening remarks. Dr. Joshi, leaning towards the Aam Aadmi Party, has essentially indicated that it's uber confidence of the Deputy Chief Minister that there was nothing wrong.
Get
and that's
the
the reason
FIR
why he's made
squashed
that
in
kind of a
court, sir.
statement. Now, Charu Pragya of the BJP is joining us on this broadcast, and I have Charu Pragya. I want now to take it forward with Charu Pragya and Syed Abbas. Charu Pragya, My sources within the central agencies have indicated this, and this is a breaking news that's coming in. For all our viewers who are tuning in right now, we've basically accessed the full list of those who have been raided by the Enforcement Director, which includes Dinesh Arora, Amit Arora, Vijay Nair, Raju Chadda linked to Ponti Chadda, Prabjot, and 2 officers of the Punjab Excise Department, the Joint Commissioner and the Commissioner, and Karamjit Singh Lamba. That's the breaking news that's basically coming in on the burning question. But Charu Pragya, coming to you, there was a lovely statement that the Deputy Chief Minister made while I was reporting through the day. Deputy Chief Minister Sisodia says, ED found nothing, or rather CBI found nothing, and the ED will find nothing. Interestingly, today the ED never went to the Deputy Chief Minister's residence in the first place. So how does he really know? What are they going to really find? It seems like this is almost becoming like stargazing, or this crystal ball gazing that you do, and where you basically give yourself a clean sheet even before the investigation ends. And second point is that it is the Aam Aadmi Party who's been constantly targeting the media by saying that who are you to say that this person X is guilty, Y is guilty. We never jumped to any conclusion. They are the ones who are now jumping to conclusion by easily giving the clean sheet. Let the investigation end at least.
And you're very right about this, Shavan. See, unfortunately, I don't know who it is that Sisodia is speaking to, because the ED has not given any statement, nor has the CBI for that matter. And if they claim to have insider information, I have nothing to say about it, because these are the very same people who will criticize the CB and the EDI and say that they have no case in the ED and the CBI, and yet at the same time they will go and set on a dharna outside the offices of these investigation agencies when they want to get somebody investigated. So I don't understand how Aam Aadmi Party works and how they lay out the logic to this. The fact is that investigations are still going on. The fact is that Aam Aadmi Party Minister Satyendra Jain is still behind bars. He's not getting bail, by the way, and that is because there is sufficient evidence, there is sufficient need for him to be behind bars, and the court does not see fit to keep him out on bail. The same thing is going to happen to Mr. Sisodia. He's anyways been shooting off his mouth. He has been summoned by the High Court of Assam, and I believe he will be tendering a public apology there. In this particular case, see, the discrepancies are visible for everybody to see, and these discrepancies are true. So from 3,000 years, Delhi has come down to collecting only 158 crores.
Charu, there seems to be some problem with your audio line. Charu, I'll ask my producers to perhaps just have a talk to Charu and get her audio line fixed. You try and fix Charu's audio line, but you know, I just want. Okay, Dr. Joshi, why don't you respond till the time Charu comes back, because we seem to be having a problem with her audio line. We'll fix that. Why don't you respond to some of the facts that Charu Pragya has already raised, and then I'll go across to Sumansi Raman also. Sumansi Raman and Charu Pragya can come back. Dr. Joshi, respond.
Just let me make a few things clear. First of all, I am not a national spokesperson for Aam Aadmi Party. Number two, I am not an investigating agency officer, so I may not have all the facts at my disposal. Now, since my friend here has asked certain questions, we have discussed these questions about the earnest money refunds, about the 144 crore rupees rebate being given to the liquor agencies, and these have been answered in quite some detail by Saurabh Bharadwaj, who happens to be the national chief spokesperson of Aam Aadmi Party. Oh yes, I'll send you the link of the press.
I have seen every debate. He has not been able to answer why blacklisted companies were given licenses. Nobody can answer that. Nobody can answer that.
I won't take more than a minute.
Sure.
Okay. So my questions to the CBI and the BJP, which has developed a poetic sense of humor and keeps on engaging in new Tukbandi every now and then. Can you prove a quid pro quo? Has the CBI proven a quid pro quo? Has the CBI followed the money? For any criminal conspiracy, you need to follow the money.
Can I answer
need
this.
to follow the money and then follow the money. If the
Good
money
question.
trail ends at Manish Sisodia, if the money trail ends at Arvind Kejriwal,
Karan, you can
go ahead and
respond. Karan,
prosecute
hold on.
them. But if you can't,
Can I answer
follow the
this?
money, if you can't prove a quid pro quo, then please do not talk about it. The questions that you
15
mentioned
seconds.
are at best policy decisions. At best policy decisions and nothing more. So
Shravan, you have to allow me 15
criticize the
seconds.
policy.
It's a very good question he's raised. I want to answer this.
Policy decisions taken by whom is the bigger
you
question?
cannot even
Karan
decide
Verma,
about
a quick
the
response from
purpose.
Karan
And you cannot
Verma.
even
I hope
decide about
My
the
good
purpose.
friend has
line is
asked a
fine.
good
We can
question.
also go across
Let me
to
answer.
Charu in a short while from
Let
now.
me answer.
But Karan,
When
quick
a
response,
policy
quick response
decision,
of what we do not
very quick
of
response.
what we do
When
not
a
know.
policy decision,
What we do not
sir,
know
is
so
taken-
far, what we do not know so far is
Let
that
me
whether
answer.
at all 143 crore rupees, whether or not 143 crore rupees was waived off. The money
No,
that
I'm
should
not
have gone
talking
into the
about waiving
public
off.
exchequer
No.
was actually given
Just
to
let me
one of the
answer,
bidders.
Shravan.
I want Karan Verma to
Shravan,
quickly respond.
yeah.
Karan Verma, Dr.
When-
Joshi essentially raising the point that whether at all, if there is quid pro quo, why don't you prove it?
Well, it is a quid pro quo, and that is where it's going. When a policy decision, sir, is made to benefit a few, and there is clear-cut benefit of a few, resulting in loss of the state exchequer, which has happened here, because the profits for these vends has gone up, and despite an increased sale, we've had loss in the state exchequer in terms of excise, then it's a clear case leading to quid pro quo. Once the money trail is established, and the CBI has said some of the associates of Manish Sisodia are suspected, which is where the raid is happening. So at least don't cry vendetta when we are close to establishing a money trail and a quid pro quo. Yeah, so that is why they are being raided. There is a quid pro quo that is being established now. When a policy decision is made to favor a select few, sir, hear me out.
Can I have okay, both of you, gentlemen, hold on. Now I want to quickly go back. Okay, both of you, hold on. Can I quickly break in Charu Pragya and Sumansi Raman? Charu Pragya and Sumansi Raman. Charu.
Yeah. Shravan, I'm
You were
very
raising
sorry,
certain
my
questions
connection is
about
patchy.
the blacklisted companies.
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to just complete your statement and then I want Sumansi Raman to also weigh in.
Correct. So I was, before I got disconnected, I was saying that the duty and tax collection has come down from 3,500 crore on an average to a mere 158 crore. And this is when the sale of liquor has gone up exponentially, at least 60 to 70%, whether it is for whiskey, whether it is for wine. So where is all this extra money going? In whose pocket is this extra money going? Another question to note is that every single day, Aam Aadmi Party is shifting the goalpost. They are conducting a new press conference talking about a new issue because they are avoiding answering the pointed and repeated questions our party has been asking them every single day. So this shifting of the goalpost is not going to help them, because we are going to stick to the point and we are going to make sure that everybody understands what goes on behind the guise of this so-called Kattar Imandar government. Because whether it is this excise policy, there is too much of ghapla that has gone on, and that is why these investigations are going on. Whether it is their schools, there is so much of ghapla that has gone on. There will be investigations that will open on that. And they seem to have a very different stand in different states. It depends where they are. So in Punjab, they will talk in a different way. In Delhi, they will talk in a different way. They seem to be people who are making money, who are filling up the pockets of the liquor cartel, and they are trying to pretend in front of people that they know nothing about what is going on, because they're changing the goalpost every single time. So this excise money, which used to be collected, belongs to the people of Delhi. How is it that this money is going to the friends of Aam Aadmi Party? Mr. Sisodia is accused number 1 in the FIR. How can he claim that he's gotten off scot-free? Also, I don't know if he's meeting officials and they are giving him some kind of because a little earlier, even Mr. Kejriwal had claimed नहीं arrest होने वाला है जी, मैं तो आपको बता रहा हूँ 3-4 दिन में Mr. Sisodia will be arrested. I don't see him arrested. I don't know why they claim to know information they are not privy to. So जनता बेवकूफ नहीं है. Everybody is very smart. Everybody can connect the dots. Everybody understands that over here is a political party which has lied and lied and lied, and they have gotten Delhi to a point that even outside school there is a liquor shop today. That even with
No, complete your sentence.
Yeah. So even outside schools they have opened liquor shops outside schools. They have gotten to a point where with a reduced number of shops, the sales have gone up. Excise duty and tax has gone down. People are suffering. Drinking age has gone down. They have squandered away hundreds of crores of rupees at a very critical point. Let me remind you, the point is so critical when all of this happened. Also, Mr. Sisodia went behind the back of his own cabinet. The cabinet approval was also acquired post facto. So he signed all the papers. He said, "Meri liquor policy ban chuki hai." He did not think it fit to get it approved by the cabinet. After everything was done, he called for a cabinet meeting later that evening and got that signed. So there are too many discrepancies which need to be solved, and that's exactly why these raids are going on.
Now, I want Sumansi Raman to come in, but before I go across to Sumansi Raman, let me just tell you, for someone who's actually covered the central agencies for over a decade now, it's not like walking into a KFC, it's not like going into a store there, buying your product and getting out. It's not like a McDonald's store. I don't know. Probably Manish Sisodia wants to behave like that by saying that, okay, they came here, they visited, it was not a Zomato delivery, that CBI officers are not Zomato delivery boys, that they had come here to deliver something and they had gone back. Now, what's very important to point out here, for the CBI to carry out an investigation of this nature, it's going to go through a longer process. Let's not forget there are about 12 public servants, as what I am given to understand. 12 public servants, they are yet to even examine. Only once the examination is over, Sumansi Raman, only then Manish Sisodia is going to be called in for the questioning by the Central Bureau of Investigation. So till the time that is not over, how does Manish Sisodia give himself a clean sheet?
Well, I think first of all, the law at least says that somebody is innocent until proven guilty. So the least that we should do is we should not be, Manish Sisodia as guilty on national television night after night without a shred of evidence having been unearthed against him so far. There is no money trail established so far. There is no quid pro quo established so far, and there are no proceeds of crime. All the things that you require, you don't have. All you have is a policy decision which probably went wrong and didn't give the result that the Delhi government expected. And now you call that a huge scam. And night after night after night, you pillory this man with no evidence whatsoever. Today, these raids are a proof, if ever it was needed, that this is now going to become a fishing expedition. You go raid here, raid there, try to pick up some paper, try to build some thread out of that. Because you're not getting anything. You've raided Mr. Sisodia's place, you've raided his lockers, you've found nothing. If you found anything, you still haven't revealed it. Very often agencies come out the same evening.
This is exactly what I'm trying to ask you, Sumansi Raman. Sumansi Raman, I know you would like to continue. You would like to, Charu, just give me a minute. Let me just intervene. Charu, one minute. Charu, you can intervene. Charu, hold on. Sumansi Raman, can I just bring you back? Okay. No, you're going to again accuse me. No, one second. I'm again going to be accused that I had given time to Charu. I'm not giving you the time.
Yes,
that's not what I intend to do.
To complete my point.
Equal amount of time would be given to you. Equal amount of time will be given to you also, Dr. Raman. But I'm asking a specific question once again, drawing back your attention to the fact that I'm trying to ask you. You say that you can't call him a guilty person. Of course not. No one is calling him a guilty person. We are only calling him an accused because that's exactly what he is. Accused number one as per the CBI FR, not as per my whims and fancies. There is an investigative agency, a federal investigative agency calls the Deputy Chief Minister accused number one. I am exactly quoting that FIR. Now, point here is that if you are asking us not to jump the gun, one should also do the same with Manish Sisodia. Don't jump the gun. Why are you giving yourself a clean sheet? And who's told you that there is nothing that was found? Hold your horses. How do you know? No, why would you mislead? Now, why would you mislead the public by saying that, look here, they found nothing? Now, why should the agency come out and tell you, okay, look here, we have found this, XYZ, this is what we have found. The CBI should come out and say that, okay, look here, this is exactly what we have found.
Very simple.
Hold out the list of accusers and tell you that, okay, this is what we have found. That's not how investigative agencies work.
Call Mr. Manish Sisodia's bluff and come out to the list of what you found. Let the world know what they found in Manish Sisodia's place.
It's going to take its time.
Nothing was found. He says nothing was found. Very often,
Charu wants to make a 10-second intervention. Charu, make a 10-second
I
intervention. Suman Siraman,
putting
respond.
out incriminating documents. Gold of so much, cash of so much was seized.
1 minute.
Even
No,
2
can I
months
just
ago,
say
3 months
something?
ago, they have started again. Satyendra Jain saying they found.
Okay, Charu,
and by
10 seconds,
evening it
not more than
became
that.
they never
Charu,
found
10
in Jain's
seconds,
house
a quick
anything. They
intervention.
found in
A quick
somebody
intervention.
else's
Suman
Only 10 seconds I
Siraman,
will
quickly,
take.
make your
Yes.
point. Make your
You
point.
know,
We'll have to
point
also move
number
to
one.
other
Government
guests.
agencies
Other
don't
guests are all
have
waiting.
information. They put out the information. Why is it not put
Manufacturing
out this time?
companies have entered wholesale, right? And their margins have gone up considerably higher. So somebody is making this money, and this money is being shared. 1 minute, please don't speak over me. Sir, do not speak over me. It does not make sense. I've been waiting for you to
I
finish
asked
politely.
a question,
So that's
madam. Nobody
no.
is answering
Let me finish. Let me finish, and then you can ask your question. So the first point I was making is manufacturing companies have entered retail with a much higher margin. Now, who's getting this extra money? It is the friends of accused number one only. Point number two, blacklisted companies have been given contracts. Who's getting all this money now? Obviously, it is friends of accused number one who are making the extra money. Now, because all the government-owned shops, Delhi used to follow a 60-40 model. Now, everything has been privatized. So it's only these private companies which are making money, and that too making money on a wrong policy. Let me remind you, a policy which is designed to fill up the pockets of the friends of accused
Charu,
number
you made your
one.
point. Charu, I need my other guest to also come.
Not answering my question. What did they find in Manish Sisodia's house?
What is
Why
your
she
question,
not
Suman
answering
Siraman?
that?
Which question? Ask your question again. I want to. Okay.
No, sir, I am not aware.
Quick rebuttal.
I am not aware.
Suman Siraman, what's your question?
What has been found from Manish Sisodia?
Call up normal people and say
What was there in his locker? He says nothing. He says nothing of consequence was found. All is bluff.
Suman Siraman, hold on, both of you. Let's not get into rhetoric. Let's not get into
rhetoric
right now.
They revealed it for Satyendra Jain.
No, they
she's
are
not. One second. No, to suit your political agenda. No, one second. Charu, hold on. No, hold on, Charu. 1 minute. No, 1 minute. Suman Siraman, you are asking what has unearthed from the searches that were carried out by the CBI. ED's searches are still underway. You're asking this question to Charu Pragya. May I just remind you, she's not the spokesperson of the CBI, and she's the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now,
but it is the Bharatiya Janata Party that is making the allegations against Manish Sisodia. On this show, who is making the allegations?
One second. CBI. No, then ask Bharatiya Janata Party to respond. But why malign an agency which is doing its job?
No, the reason is the same agency, quote unquote, has sources informing the media about seizures and what has been unearthed in various raids. Why have they not spoken on this particular raid? It's a very simple question. Why has CBI, which has so many sources, can tell you that they found 3 crore in this place?
Deshratan Nigam and Syed Abbas have been waiting for quite some time. Charu, quick response, please. Charu, a quick response. I want to go across to Deshratan Nigam and Syed Abbas.
Yeah,
Charu,
so
quick
before
response.
Nigam sir comes in, tell me, where is it written in the SOP that before the conclusion of the investigation, they are supposed to keep people updated? It is up to them, right? It's their discretion. If they have decided not to do it, it doesn't mean they found nothing. They are not going to waste their time day after day going behind all the links in this particular scam. They are connecting the dots. Why don't you have more faith, and why don't you wait for the investigation to conclude before you jump to your conclusions?
I'm asking you, why don't you wait before pillorying this man and calling him corrupt?
10-second answer to Mr.
But I am calling him an accused. He is an accused in the FIR. Where am I wrong with that?
Deshratan Nigam. Mr. Nigam now comes in. Mr. Nigam and Syed Abbas. Let's have both of them on the screen right now. Deshratan Nigam, through this debate, in fact, I've done several debates in the last few weeks on this particular issue. Many would ask, why are you doing this, as Suman Siraman is saying that we are coming to some sort of a conclusion. No, we are not coming to any sort of conclusion. We are raising questions because with every passing day, there is some evidence or the other which comes out. For instance, yesterday, there was a sting operation that was done. Of whom? It was accused number 13, Sunny Marwa's family member. What does he say in that sting? Says the 80-20 understanding. 80% of profit, 20% which basically goes to the government. I'm given to understand that the CBI in its investigation has already been looking into it. So nothing really new emerging from that sting operation. But the fact of the matter is that there are serious issues that are being linked right now. And these are issues starting from the one-time waiver to one particular bidder. Now that 80% profit is basically being made, there are enough allegations. So why shouldn't the Aam Aadmi Party, at least prima facie, looking at these allegations, ask Manish Sisodia to step aside till the time the investigation is over? Shouldn't that be a fair call to make?
Yes, Shravan, in fact, let me clear the air of ignorance that some people are trying to peddle on your channel. CBI is not supposed to disclose evidence at the stage of evidence and cannot do press conference because Supreme Court has barred the investigative agency while the investigation is going on, that they should declare what is the stage of investigation, what all they have collected, because that will compromise the case. And therefore, all the evidence, whatever is being collected as per law, has to be submitted along with the charge sheet. Not before, it should not come in public domain. And that is what the advantage that the Aam Aadmi Party is trying to take. Nothing has been found, nothing has been found. They know CBI cannot, at this stage, bring it in open in public domain. And it has to come at the stage of charge sheet. As Karan rightly pointed out, if you have any issues, if you are so innocent, go for quashing of the FIR. That is the correct, legal advice, at least I will give you as a lawyer. Now, the whole issue becomes very dangerous when the corruption is being institutionalized and the corrupt is being glorified on the channel. That is a very dangerous thing against which the Prime Minister specifically spoke from the ramparts of the Red Fort. And that one should avoid these situations. Now an accused person is becoming a judge in his own cause. He is giving a clean sheet himself. An accused says, I am the judge, I will declare myself as innocent. Please wait for everything. Investigations are going on. You will not be given a single piece of evidence or whatever has been recovered. Now it will be given when the charge sheet is filed. Then you can put your defense. So what is happening, that the policy was designed right from the stage one, keeping corruption at the center. So this is not an ideal policy. And especially when prior to withdrawing the policy, they have clearly said in a press conference that 1,300 crore profit has been made. And while withdrawing it, they said 1,450 crore loss has been there. So clearly, when the sales are going up and revenue is going down, there is an inherent flaw which has been deliberately kept inside the policy to, cipher out the money, give illegal favors to the people and the revenue, a loss of the revenue. And let me also tell you, under the Prevention of Corruption Act, if you have misused your authority and enriched a third party, I am not saying Manish Sisodia is innocent, he has not made any money because that's a subject matter of investigation. Presuming for the sake of argument, he has not made a single penny. Even then, if there is a clear case of misuse of authority and enrichment of a third party, which is a crime under the Prevention of Corruption Act, very clearly laid down by Supreme Court. So one cannot, at this stage, prima facie, he appears to be guilty. And so, and CBI is doing its best. It is not going to reveal any evidence and should not. Otherwise, half the evidence will get destroyed. People will come to know which way the investigation is leading. So therefore, they are very clear. And the law is also very clear that you have to submit all your evidence recoveries at the stage of charge sheet.
Now, I want to, what I find it very, very disheartening and perhaps very shameful on the part of the Aam Aadmi Party. Syed Abbas, you need to come on this. You are talking about this political slugfest between the two parties. Fair enough, you are entitled to do so. But what you actually end up doing is peddling lies. Now, let me just tell you one more thing. I don't want to get into the political rhetoric at all. Syed Abbas, death by suicide of an officer who goes by the name of Jitendra Kumar, nowhere linked whatsoever with this particular case. What does the Aam Aadmi Party do? A man at a responsible position like that of the Deputy Chief Minister comes to a bizarre conclusion without any evidence, and he's the one who's asking for an evidence. And he's the one who's saying that you don't have evidence. Without any evidence, you come to a conclusion that he was being pressurized, and that's why he's committed suicide. On what basis are you making that kind of an allegation? And did you actually think about that CBI officer's family members before making that kind of allegation? He's nowhere linked to the case. He's basically part of the prosecution department, someone who looks after the trials in this particular case, and he is the deputy legal advisor in the Central Bureau of Investigation. But Deputy Chief Minister accused, and even the Chief Minister feels that they have the liberty to make any kind of flimsical statements.
Shahwan Saab, 37 minutes into the debate, I haven't spoken a word. Kindly allow me the same courtesy of the time which you've allowed to the panelists, which I'm sure I will. I will definitely not contest the fact that I've been watching you work as a journalist, and you've done some brilliant work across India, and also with respect to the agencies. Now, my straight point that I'd like to make, Shahwan Saab, is a very simple one. The fact of the matter, many times the BJP blames the Aam Aadmi Party that they've lost weight in the CBI. I would today say that BJP has lost its faith in the CBI. Yesterday, we saw a sting operation by something you call BBI, Bhajpa's Bureau of Investigation, where they shoot the video, they do a sting operation, and they upload it from their own Twitter handles. Well, let me tell you, when I question and asked and challenged the BJP spokesperson yesterday across the channels, do you have a forensic certificate on the same? No. Can you verify the voice? No. Do you have any authenticity? No. Anybody could do such a sting operation. Also, as a matter of fact, my panelists have already spoken. In the CBI charge sheet, what did we see? We saw, as per sources, 1 crore was given from one manufacturer from a bank account to a retailer. There is nothing else, and this is also as per source. The fact of the matter, we need to understand, Shahwan Saab, why is it that the CBI always goes to the opposition parties? And why not? What happened to the Himanta Biswa Sarma case? We do not see anything at all. Mukul Roy, what happened to the Janardhan Reddy brothers here in Karnataka? Well, we don't see anything. Why does the CBI, as per the Supreme Court's observation, become a cage parrot of the ruling party? We need to understand today, why is there no CBI investigation in the Bundelkhand Expressway? Why no CBI investigation in the Gujarat Hooch tragedy? All these questions arise not just by me, but many of the citizens of this country. And also, allow me time, sir. I heard you patiently. Not fair. Allow me my time, sir. I did not speak when you spoke. Allow me. The fact of the matter, many times, the BJP questions the Aam Aadmi Party on schools. Respected, sir. 30 seconds, I'm done.
To make his point.
30 seconds, I'm done, sir. 30 seconds, I'm done. Kindly allow me. The fact of the matter,
I'm allowing you to do it.
Make it needs to go to the NCD schools in BJP. They look like horror houses. No security guard, no CCTV camera. That is why there was sexual assault on 2 minor girls. BJP does nothing about it. The fact of the matter, BJP को अपने गिरेबान में देखकर आइए, फिर दूसरे पे क्वेश्चन कीजिए. Last point: if horses had wings, they would fly just like BJP today wants to be CJI. You are not the court. You're not justice. Stop pronouncing be guilty to Manish Sisodia and anybody. CBI IDIT will take its course. So will the law system of this country. And kindly have faith in them before you come every day on TV channels and pronounce them guilty. Because Satyame it will be. Any leader of the party will reign supreme.
Okay, Karan, 30 seconds, and then
can I come in?
30 seconds. 30 seconds, Karan, and then I want to close the debate. Then I want to close the debate with Charu Pragya and Piyush Joshi. Charu Pragya and Piyush Joshi at the end. But I just want a quick response from Karan Verma as far as Syed Abbas is concerned.
You know, Syed Abbas is a very competent panelist, and he's managed to very successfully divert everyone's attention from the merits of the case, and he's not answered a single question about the merits as to why blacklisted companies got licenses. These are things, sir, which are irregularities in the public domain, and we as citizens have every right to ask them. And it was raised by the Delhi Chief Secretary in a report given to the LG, who then recommended a CBI probe. So everything, sir, is going as per law and protocol. They should answer on the merits. How? Despite increased prices, the vendors have made profit and the state has lost money. We have lost money on this. They need to
Let me make this last attempt. Let me make this last attempt. Dr. Joshi, this question is being asked to you. This question is asked to you because you lean towards the Aam Aadmi Party. You lean towards the Aam Aadmi Party, so it's even better. You are perhaps Syed Abbas. Hold on. I want this last bit of our debate between Dr. Joshi and Charu Pragya. Dr. Joshi, you're at a lovely position, I would say. You don't really have to, argue on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party, fair enough. But as a citizen, you will ask this question to the very party that you perhaps have a liking for. Will you or will you not want to know that there are specific questions? Once again, I'm reiterating the specific question because over the last few weeks, till date, I've not got this question. You please tell me, 150 crore is the capping that is there in the excise policy. What does that mean? Smaller players can't be part of it. Bigger players means who? Mahadev Liquor and Indo Spirits. Companies are benefiting out of it. And what really happens to the public exchequer? What really happened to the 143 crore that was waived off? What happens to that one particular L1 bidder in the airport zone? Does not have any NOC from the airport authorities, manages to get it rather than forfeiting the money, you are giving that money off. Till date, please tell me, not as Aam Aadmi Party, did your party that you like, did they give an answer to you, even privately?
Look, about the 144 crore rebate, it has been amply clarified that the High Court has asked if a waiver can be given to those companies in view of the COVID-19 situation. That has been done. About the earnest money refund, this earnest money refund has been done because that L1 could not obtain an NOC because of the contract or because of the agreement of GMR with someone else. And despite being the highest bidder, that highest bidder did not get the vendor over there at the GMR airport. That has been clarified. We have discussed about the blacklisted companies that are the subsidiaries of the blacklisted companies, to be very precise. We have already discussed about them. That and I have asked a question to which I am yet to receive an answer. That these subsidiary companies, did they disclose? Just let me complete.
Dr. Joshi,
did these subsidiary companies?
You are cherry.
Not cherry picking. I am just
one more minute into the debate. Dr. Joshi.
Did these subsidiary companies disclose in their affidavits that these are owned by the blacklisted companies?
I have also read.
We have praised
Dr. Joshi,
the CBI like anything.
Well prepared for my debate.
But CBI.
No, one second. One second.
Of course, you are prepared. Of course, you have better sources.
I come very well prepared for my. Now,
of course, you have better sources.
No. Please allow me to come in because I don't want a situation where we are basically cherry picking. Now, the government's job is to protect the public exchequer, not.
And that's what the
make sure that there are losses.
All the time since 7 years.
No, that's not what has happened. Even the High Court had said, Charu Pragya, why don't you come in? What is it that the High Court had to say? Can we please remind our esteemed panelists that what is it the High Court had to say? High Court had something very different to say actually. 30 seconds, Charu Pragya,
and
end the debate.
Tell me, you keep saying that you have given a rebate. Have you given a rebate to any other company outside the realm of people who want to buy alcohol and sell alcohol? None. Absolutely none. You only point blank fingers at other people. That's the first thing. Second thing, you've caused thousands of crores of loss. And that is not me saying it. All you have to do is look at the papers of Delhi government for the past 3 years and this year and you'll know the truth. And lastly, the timing of this liquor policy is extremely important. The way this was conducted is extremely important. It was done in a very under the table, underhanded manner. And that's exactly why you're all being very defensive. You are also being very, very defensive. No, I am telling you it was done under the table. No, it was done under the table. And if it is such a brilliant policy, no, I believe a post-facto approval is under the table. Don't speak over me. Javan, he needs to wait for his turn to speak. I have my last
just a quick, I don't have much time. Charu, please. Charu, just 20 more seconds. Charu, I just have 20 seconds left. Make a quick rebuttal.
It is under the table if the approvals were taken post facto. Tell me any other word for this. You want to polish it. It is under the table because permits were taken post facto. And if it is such a brilliant policy, why did you take it back? On one side, you keep applauding the policy. You want to uphold the policy, yet you take it back. The day investigations opened, you took a U-turn on it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we are running out of time. But thank you very much, Charu Pragya, Karan Verma, Deshrathan Nigam, Dr. Piyush Joshi, Syed Abbas, and Dr. Suman Siraman for joining us on The Burning Question.
Delhi has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
In a tragic event, 4 members of the same family died due to electrocution in the Hailakandi town of Assam. According to sources, these 4 people died in contact with broken electric wires. While lying on the ground, a 4-year-old child first came in contact with a live wire. After coming to rescue the child, the mother, the father and another family member also passed away.
राष्ट्रवादी कलम, राष्ट्रवादी हम, मजबूत होते भारत के कदम, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि सम्मेलन। उन्नति का पथ, उम्मीदों का रथ, सत्य की शपथ, हम हैं रिपब्लिक भारत, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि सम्मेलन।
मुश्किलों को करते नाकाम, जनहित हमारा काम, देश का सम्मान, राष्ट्र सर्वोपरि सम्मेलन।
Big crackdown on narco terror in the national capital in one of the largest drug seizures in the history. Drugs worth more than rupees 1,200 crore have been seized by the Delhi police cell. 2 Afghan nationals have been arrested in the matter, and recovery of 312.5 kg of MDMA and 10 kgs of heroin have been made. A case under the UAPA has also been booked.
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked firing by the Pakistani Rangers in the Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Reportedly, around 9 in the morning, Pakistani Rangers deployed in the Kannur area of Pakistan opened fire on the BSF working party in the Arnia sector of Jammu. Soon after the incident, it was communicated to the top brass of the BSF. Sources said that there is no loss reported to the BSF troops in the Pakistani provocation. This is the first major provocation by the Pakistani Rangers post the ceasefire agreement between the Indian and the Pakistani side in February 2020.
This clearly shows that Pakistan is on the no mood to maintain peace along the international border as well as along the line of control, because multiple attempts of pushing terrorists into the Indian territory along the line of control followed by this kind of a provocation by the Pakistani side, in which they tried to fire upon the border security force. Now the senior officers, including the DIG rank officers, they too have gone in the forward area to monitor the situation on ground, because this is a very major provocation by the Pakistani side which they have done in the Arnia sector of the international border.
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A woman was electrocuted to death in Bengaluru, where waterlogging and heavy rains have wreaked havoc. The incident happened around 9:30 p.m. in the night, where a 23-year-old woman came in contact with a live wire and got electrocuted. Sources tell Republic, big BJP strategy meets soon. All the BJP ruled chief ministers and deputy chief ministers have been called to New Delhi in the coming week, as per sources, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Shah will chair the crucial 2024 strategy meet.
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to
पहले इन्होंने सीबीआई के छापे मारे, उसमें कुछ नहीं निकला। अब ईडी के छापे मार लेंगे, उसमें भी कुछ नहीं निकलेगा। पूरी कोशिश ये है कि बस किसी तरह से जो देश में शिक्षा का माहौल बना, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी काम कर रहे हैं, उसको रोक दिया जाए, उसको किसी तरह से आगे बढ़ने से रोका जाए। लेकिन ये रोक नहीं पाएंगे। ये सीबीआई यूज कर लें, ईडी यूज कर लें, हर चीज यूज कर लें, लेकिन शिक्षा के काम को रोक नहीं पाएंगे। ये हमारी गारंटी है। नहीं, मेरे पास कोई सूचना नहीं है। आप लोगों से सूचना सामना करता है। आए, मैं तो सीबीआई के लिए भी मेरी क्या तैयारी है? मेरे पास कुछ है नहीं। मैंने ईमानदारी से काम किया। मैंने स्कूल बनवाए, 4 स्कूलों के नक्शे और मिल जाएंगे उनको वहां से।
आग को फैलने से रोकना मुश्किल है पर नामुमकिन नहीं। अब फायरवॉल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम आग से बचाए।
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked firing by the Pakistani Rangers in the Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Reportedly, around 9 in the morning, Pakistani Rangers deployed in the Kannur area of Pakistan opened fire on the BSF working party in the Arnia sector of Jammu. Soon after the incident, it was communicated to the top brass of the BSF. Sources said that there is no loss reported to the BSF troops in the Pakistani provocation. This is the first major provocation by the Pakistani Rangers post the ceasefire agreement between the Indian and the Pakistani side in February 2020.
This clearly shows that Pakistan is on the no mood to maintain peace along the international border as well as along the line of control, because multiple attempts of pushing terrorists into the Indian territory along the line of control followed by this kind of a provocation by the Pakistani side, in which they tried to fire upon the border security force. Now the senior officers, including the DIG rank officers, they too have gone in the forward area to monitor the situation on ground, because this is a very major provocation by the Pakistani side which they have done in the Arnia sector of the international border.
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A woman was electrocuted to death in Bengaluru, where waterlogging and heavy rains have wreaked havoc. The incident happened around 9:30 p.m. in the night, where 23-year-old woman came in contact with a live wire and got electrocuted. Sources tell Republic, big BJP strategy meets soon. All the BJP ruled chief ministers and deputy chief ministers have been called to New Delhi in the coming week, as per sources, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Shah will chair the crucial 2024 strategy meet.
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked firing by the Pakistani Rangers in the Army.
12 hours and counting, the massive ED raids over the liquor gate continues at over 35 locations. ED heat intensifies, beneficiaries of the Delhi government's liquor policy under lens. Exclusive on Republic, the list of individuals being raided by the Enforcement Directorate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
A woman was electrocuted to death in Bengaluru, where waterlogging and heavy rains have wreaked havoc. The incident happened around 9:30 p.m. in the night, where 23-year-old woman came in contact with a live wire and got electrocuted. Sources tell Republic, big BJP strategy meets soon. All the BJP ruled chief ministers and deputy chief ministers have been called to New Delhi in the coming week, as per sources, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Union Home Minister Shah will chair the crucial 2024 strategy meet.
The troops of the Border Security Force gave a befitting reply to the unprovoked firing by the Pakistani Rangers in the Arnia sector of Jammu and Kashmir. Reportedly, around 9 in the morning, Pakistani Rangers deployed in the Kannur area of Pakistan opened fire on the BSF working party in the Arnia sector of Jammu. Soon after the incident, it was communicated to the top brass of the BSF. Sources said that there is no loss reported to the BSF troops in the Pakistani provocation. This is the first major provocation by the Pakistani Rangers post the ceasefire agreement between the Indian and the Pakistani side in February 2020.
This clearly shows that Pakistan is in on the no mood to maintain peace along the international border as well as along the line of control, because multiple attempts of pushing terrorists into the Indian territory along the line of control, followed by this kind of a provocation by the Pakistani side, in which they tried to fire upon the border security force. Now the senior officers, including the DIG rank officers, they too have gone in the forward area to monitor the situation on ground, because this is a very major provocation by the Pakistani side which they have done in the Arnia sector of the international border.
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
A mega meeting has been called by Amit Shah at 4:30 p.m. BJP President JP Nadda and all senior cabinet ministers will be a part of the important meeting to strategize against the opposition. The meeting is crucial in context of Nitish Kumar meeting the opposition leaders. India and Bangladesh have signed 7 memorandum of understanding today on the second day of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's India visit. 2 of the memorandums specifically on space and broadcasting, this as India and Bangladesh Prime Minister held bilateral talks on multiple issues. Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar on his second day of the national capital visit has met his Delhi counterpart Arvind Kejriwal. Earlier he held a meeting with the left leader Sitaram Yechuri as well, and the meeting are seen at...
Well, the massive protest is now being done by BJP workers in front of Manish Sisodia's residence. Manish Sisodia, इसको बर्खास्त करो, हमारी ये मांग है. BJP MLA who is now being detained here.
A mega meeting has been called by Amit Shah at 4:30 p.m. BJP President JP Nadda and all senior cabinet ministers will be a part of the important meeting to strategize against the opposition. The meeting is crucial in context of Nitish Kumar meeting the opposition leaders. India and Bangladesh have signed 7 memorandum of understanding today on the second day of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina's India visit.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.